to Russia, believe it or not. Since the start of the Visa for Common Values program, Germany has ranked first in the number of applicants, 224 people. This is almost 1 in 5 of all applicants.
A senior Russian officer was reportedly killed by his own men after boasting that he would be promoted for sending them to die in assaults, and declaring that he would bring funeral notices to their families and fuck their wives. He allegedly profited from their deaths. In November 2024, the Russian army announced that Colonel Yevgeny Borisovich Ladnov had died near Luhansk near Kreminna as a result of artillery shelling on 10th of November 2024. He was the commander of the 19th Tank Regiment, Military Unit 12322. A man who served under Ladnov, Junior Sergeant Andrei Mikhailovich Perevoshchikov, has given an account of what he says happened to the colonel. According to Perevoshchikov, Ladnov was deliberately sending his men to their deaths en masse and told them so in blunt terms. Ladnov gathered the stormtroopers and said, "What the fuck, you fucking stormtroopers? Why are you still alive, you fucking bastards? The more of you there are, the more stars I get on my epaulets and medals. You are not meat to me. You are just a number. I have destroyed 2 assault regiments, and by autumn I will destroy you, and I will deliver the death notices to your wives, and I will fuck your wives." A similar account was given by a female military doctor in May 2024. She says that while she was serving with the regiment, she saw that the commanders simply got rid of unwanted servicemen. They took off their armor and threw grenades at them in the dugout. The regiment commander shot them himself. His henchmen shot them. The regiment commander and his henchmen, of course, had already destroyed 2 regiments before mine, so to speak. The one I was in, the 19th Regiment. She says that the senior officers stole the salaries of the men they were sending to their deaths and worked out in advance who was worth the most money if they died. I saw documents in the office of Tobel, the chief of staff, about, God forgive me, how much each serviceman costs. That is, the guys were simply sold, like football players were sold, simply for slaughter. They didn't take the wounded from the battlefield. They rotted and died there so that they wouldn't have to pay again for the wounds. The guys were listed as missing in action, and the payroll was distributed between the command, between Ladnov, and, again, his lackeys. She calls Ladnov the butcher commander, the murderer commander, and says that she was invited to become his field wife, sexual accessory, but refused. As a result of the unit's continued lawlessness, the doctor says she had to desert. A month before his death, Ladnov was reported to have personally ordered the execution of 7 of his men who had refused orders. According to a senior intelligence officer in the regiment, on Ladnov's orders, the men were taken by his subordinates into the neighboring forest belt without armor, without weapons, and gave each of them a burst in the chest, point blank. A few weeks later, Ladnov was killed, allegedly by his men, according to Perevoshchikov's account. Perevoshchikov sustained a leg injury and was transferred to the 482nd Separate Anti-Aircraft Missile Division, where he worked to counter Ukrainian drones. However, he says, his work was not recognized, and his kills were falsely claimed by others. He says that awards are received by individual soldiers who suck up to their superiors. When they give awards to those who are extinguished, make them tea, buy booze, wash their socks, underwear, and pay for it, and do not fight, I can't stand it. And once again, I again spoke in favor of awards. Everyone is awarded. All my merits are attributed to others, but not to me. He complained to his commander, but was transferred to an assault squad instead as punishment. When he refused to go on an assault, they tied me up and kicked me around, the bastards. They kicked my neck, and now fucking hell, it hurts. They kept me stretched out in the swallow pose for 6 hours. 6 hours. My arms don't move. I can't fucking hold a mug of coffee. These scumbags put me face down in the ground so I could breathe. Bitch, I had to eat dirt. Those despicable bastards poured my urine into a bottle. I think they poured my fucking urine on me. Bitch, I even started stuttering. In short, they didn't break me. They didn't fucking kill me. They fucking changed me. They changed me a lot. Bro, I trust in God's will. God's will appears to be insufficient, though, as he recorded the video above and instructed a friend to release it if he went missing. He says his commanders are planning to murder him and that his unit's assaults are resulting in massive casualties among the men. The men are being used to expose Ukrainian positions by running into the gunfire to allow a hovering Russian drone to see where the fire is coming from. Perevoshchikov says, "There is no artillery preparation, no reconnaissance. Our bird is hovering and watching us as we go to see and report where the Ukrainian firing positions are. They are watching to see which of our guys are being taken out, and then they fire from there themselves. I think their task is becoming clear to me. The more of us they wipe out, the better for them. Everyone understands that the assault is suicidal, but they send those whose wounds haven't even healed into the offensive. We are occupying the positions with heavy losses. The Ukrainians are hammering away. Kamikaze drones with machine guns are attacking the combat artillery. We can't even see them. We lie down like idiots. Even if we occupy a position, in a couple of days they burn us down. At the same time, the commanders are lying about their military successes. According to the documents, according to the reports to Putin, they took Torsky 2 years ago. Suck a dick. It's still Ukrainian." Perevoshchikov concludes, "I am not afraid of death, but it is scary to take death in vain. I came to fight for the motherland, and I thought, here is honor and conscience and nobility. I did not see this. The greatest evil that I saw was from my so-called friends." The State Border Guard Service's Phoenix unit destroyed a Russian BM-21 Grad launcher, catching up with the MLRS using their FPV drone. The Phoenix unit is a drone strike company operating under the Pomsta Revenge Brigade of Ukraine's State Border Guard Service. It's known for operating strike drones along the front in the Donetsk and Kramatorsk areas. Sensational news from Russian propagandist Skabiva. Germans have started emigrating to Russia, dreaming of traditional values. Allegedly, they are supposedly among the leaders in Europe to move to Russia. However, she did not specify that traditional values mean vodka and war.
Citizens of Germany are among the leaders in immigration from Europe to Russia, believe it or not. Since the start of the Visa for Common Values program, Germany has ranked first in the number of applicants, 224 people. This is almost 1 in 5 of all applicants. The majority are conservative-minded citizens disappointed with Berlin's policies, the migration crisis, LGBT propaganda in schools, and green energy leading to rising prices. Germans from the eastern, of course, former GDR lands show particular interest in Russia. Some still speak Russian there and maintain ties with Russia.
Russia offers a 3-year residency without language tests and complex conditions, only the recognition of traditional values.
Germany has deployed its Eurofighter jets to Poland ahead of the planned Russian-Belarusian Zapad 2025 exercises, according to Bild. The jets are now based east of Warsaw and will begin missions today. The German Air Force calls this a clear sign of NATO solidarity for reliable deterrence and joint airspace defense. 5 German Eurofighter Typhoon jets landed at an airbase near Warsaw on Aug 4 as a deterrent ahead of the planned Zapad military exercises in Belarus, the German media reported. The fighter planes landed at the Minsk-Mazowiecki airbase and will help monitor NATO airspace and potential Russian activity along the eastern flank for the next few weeks. Starting on Aug 5, a German Air Force spokesperson told DPA news agency. The Russian-Belarusian Zapad 2025 drills are expected to take place in mid-September and involve around 13,000 troops. Kyiv and NATO officials have voiced concern over the drills, which are set to occur amid Russia's ongoing full-scale invasion of Ukraine. This deployment is a clear sign of alliance solidarity within NATO and serves as a credible deterrent and the protection of shared airspace, a German Air Force spokesperson told Bild. The German military also deployed around 150 soldiers to Poland as NATO braces for the large-scale drills. While Belarus initially announced its intention to move the exercises deeper inland to ease tensions, Belarusian Deputy Defense Minister Pavel Muravyka warned last month that this decision may be reversed due to the difficult military and political situation. Although Minsk has not deployed its own troops in combat during Russia's war in Ukraine, it has been a key ally to Moscow. Russian forces used Belarusian territory as a staging ground for military operations in 2022, including for the unsuccessful invasion of Kiev Oblast. President Volodymyr Zelensky warned in February that Russia planned to deploy up to 150,000 troops, or 15 divisions, to Belarus in preparation for a potential military escalation this year. Allied leaders have been increasingly warning about a potential armed clash with Russia in the coming years, with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte warning that the conflict could erupt within the next 5 years.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. He's doing the job every day.